No way, don't hesitate. No way, my mind, girl. Every time.
Nah, but I think that racism is for sure just really, bro, like I said, bro, and I keep saying that, but it's just tribalism, bro. It's just a bunch of motherfuckers who like each other, fuck with each other more. And then just because that one big group got on top, bro, over a course of 1,000 billion hell of years, nigga, that our people have been together and be in a society, bro, of course white people are going to implement things to make you think just in your psyche that they're better. Or, you know, of course they're going to fucking, what is the word? I don't know what the word is, but it's make them look like a better person, you know, give them just a...
It's called virtue signaling.
Whatever, bro, like, you're gonna fucking, of course, bro, like, yeah. It's only natural. Like, if I think black people, Mexican people, all people would have did the same exact thing if we were in the same position.
Think about think about the whole entire world history. There was always
slavery.
People, yeah, there was always slavery, and there was always people at the top, people with power, who owned massive amount of land, who ruled. They had commoners, and then they had slaves and stuff like that. So there was always a social hierarchy throughout the world, no matter what race it was or anything. White people just had it the longest and did it damn near the worst. You feel me? If not the worst of all time.
But then again, you can't even say that because really, it was only one shot. You know, we don't have a second vision of like what the other people did.
I see what Trey's saying. Here's the problem, like when the Europeans brought slavery, because honestly, Africans had to be sold from the warlords over there. So black people were selling black people.
Yeah, real.
That's
not.
That's facts.
And everyone was a slave at some point, bro. Even white people. Remember when the Irish were slaves in the mud huts, bro, and they were
the Jews were slaves, and
the Chinese. Spaniards, bro. The Spanish. I mean,
King Tut was a nigga.
Everyone's been a slave.
Tried to say he was white too.
Right.
Hey, no, but you want to know? Even though this is kind of off topic, you want to know something that I just heard, which was fucking like it kind of blew my mind. It was kind of crazy to me. They were like saying basically there's this theory that like, so you know how like people don't think that people think that the aliens made the pyramids, or you know, just weird shit, Stonehenge, shit like that. You know, shit that people are like, this race could never have built that because they don't have this technology. You know how people are. So they're saying there's basically a theory that like maybe just like, you know, like the Aztec Mayans, or like maybe there was like races and civilizations that lived in the same exact spot in like a pocket in time, and they got to a certain technological power way more advanced than they should have, or just for some reason got way more advanced, and then they died out. So all that information died with them because they didn't have like they may have developed how to like construct something hella fucking good, like how to construct the fucking what I just say, the pyramids, how to construct the pyramids, but they might not have learned how to record documents right, you know. And so like all their information, all their technology died with them, and then another place moved in.
That's basically what's happened to us every time. We're not so different from the Israelites and all the ancient tribes, like you're saying, with technology.
But it's like a good.
Look at the Sumerians, bro. 7,000 years ago, when the Sumerians, before their, like you're saying, before their tribe had died out, there you can see it looks like an angelic type woman holding what looks like to be
the Sumerians. Where are they from? Where are they?
Sumerian. You know, I'm not too well rounded on the region, you know, and I'm talking about it's funny, but I know from the writings. Like,
but they're like a tribe of people, old tribe of people.
Oh, yeah. The Sumerians were the oldest tribe we know as far as history goes back. That we have like hardcore history on. Yeah.
Okay.
7,000 years ago, and
that's crazy. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude. And I'm telling you, it's there's an angelic looking type woman with it looks like a population,
which is like, and that's weird because there shouldn't have been Christianity.
Like she has cloned a human, basically saying, "I've done it with the technology. I have learned how to recreate us without God," basically. And that's when you hear all those stories about, you know, going against God. Just not like God as a man, but like our spirit, like who we are inside of our body. Like, because, bro, we're born naturally through other human men. You can't have a machine and clone people. And that's what it's always been, bro. You got these mad scientists and these mad people who know a lot of knowledge and hold it from the population. And then it's a sense of evil because it's like you're saying, yes, we could be way farther. But what comes with that is the other side of the coin. It's going to be evil. It's like what we were just talking about before. You got the slavery too, and we're not advanced as a species enough because we can't even get past the skin color. Like, some of us, or we keep using that as an excuse. I think a lot of us don't give a fuck, but we're using it as a hinge politically. Not us as black people or white people.
Wait,
I'm
what do you
talking
mean?
about the government.
Wait, no, hold on. I want to go back. I want to go back.
The news media always put that shit in your face, bro. Like, but there is real shit going on. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying when they try to make it seem like all white people are racist or all black people are going to react to a situation, and it's not how
they're
it is.
definitely inciting a race war right now. But hold on, I want to go back to what you were talking about when you were like, if we could be more like, bro. I know you've seen this episode, but have you seen that South Park episode where Cartman freezes himself and goes into the future? In the future he goes into, they were like, yeah, everybody turned into an atheist, so like they didn't have the inspiration to create the art and do the certain like the technology is through the roof. But all the art, and there's no art. There's no beauty in it. There's no beauty. There's no shit like that. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. Imagine if like you could trade. Would you? Because I don't think I would. Personally, I don't. I would.
You can't feel nothing. You're numb to it.
I feel it, and I'm fine with that.
That means nothing has. Nothing has. A tree doesn't have a significance.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that.
The taste of food doesn't matter to you.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too.
You could just eat. You could just eat mush and
eat vegetables all day.
But my life is optimized to the complete point with technology wise. Yeah.
But see, I feel like that's selling your. When they say selling your soul, it's not literally like, oh my soul's got a price. You're selling your soul short, dog.
Oh yeah, back to that. Also
you're selling it short by allowing the technology to overtake like your natural essence. Because you got to think, bro, we're way more than this. Think about all the stories where you go, damn, you think man could really do that if spiritually we were more powerful? Because think about it, we only use 8% of our brains.
I think it's this. I don't think it's about spirituality.
But no, that's all connected to spirit, bro.
Yeah,
all three-part being. You got a body that holds the brain.
That's what made me, bro. That's what makes me think that we're all God, actually. Because I was just thinking that, bro. Like when I was on acid, I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking
You're
like
part of the source, bro.
I was bro. Think about it, bro. If you could really think about if you could really like put your brain in your hand like a tool and use it to the fullest amount instead of it being like this weird. Like just enigma thing
never have diseases.
But really think about it. You can create, like in your brain, just a dream, right now.
Exactly.
A dream. You can create worlds. You can create humans. You can
be in your own.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, we're all gods already. Like, you feel me? It's just all in your head and how you believe and perceive what you can do and what you are. Like, it's so. I was like, bro, and I was tripping on that and having these revolutionary fake ass thoughts, but. I was really like, bro, if you really think about it, bro, like you can create, and me being on a psychedelic, like my world is altering. You feel me? Like the reality that I normally am used to, and the only reason that I'm used to it is because they've all said that, like, what if everybody your whole life said that, like, this isn't the only thing, What if everybody your whole life was
You're
like...
getting into, like, a Matrix type scenario where people are like, hey, there's something behind this.
What if everybody... Okay,
that's kind of how it is. This is a simulation,
imagine how you would think.
Unnatural.
Imagine how you would think if that's how everybody told you.
Simulation.
Exactly, bro. We're a spirit. Yes, we're not controlled. If it was unnatural, we wouldn't have free will.
Real shit.
I don't know if we're in a simulation anymore. I used to think we were, but I don't know.
Well, I don't mean like a Matrix simulation.
I literally used, like, I used to think that we're in a simulation.
I feel what you're talking about, because sometimes there has to be something out there that's like let's say like the Matrix, like something is watching everything on a surveillance camera.
Yeah.
So there are watchers out there, you know what I'm saying? And I use that term loosely, but there are like watchers that are overseeing what is happening and shit like that. Whether it be the government, the feds, fucking special angels, looking down from Christ, or fucking aliens, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like, that's why I use the term loosely, because we don't know what the fuck it is, but there is like something just like paying attention,
pulling the strings.
Yeah, pulling strings. You feel me? Because like, there's puppets, you feel me, within the government, within music, within
I think it's
art,
bigger though. I don't think
puppets.
it's someone. I think it's all of us. I think that the way that, and I think it is someone, because I think I'm not the only person who fucking even sort of sees this, or I think there's someone who probably understands this concept a million times better. But it's probably someone who understands that it's not about pulling the strings and like pulling a string, it's about the human consciousness and the way it ebb and flows, and the way that
you evolve with it,
in the way that we perceive it, in the way is we're like a herd of cows.
That's
and
why God is so powerful and not like evilness and shit. And I want to say evil loosely, because I mean like real evil, not evil as like, oh, I need to steal this food to eat, I'm literally gonna starve. I mean like, not to get too crazy on this podcast, but the crazy stuff you hear out there. Like, I'll just throw a word out there, like the Epstein stuff, right? Stuff like that.
Did you watch that documentary?
Not yet, but I've heard it's good. But you know what I mean? That to me is, because you got to be a special kind of evil, a special kind of person to do that kind of stuff. To have that flowing.
Yeah,
in your
you
head.
feel me? Not
When
even
you
just
have-
rob somebody,
But
to like
I
actually
honestly
have
do
a
not-
fucking
I don't know.
island
With kids.
with children.
With little kids, bro. Like little kids all the way up to teenagers, we're talking.
Like,
So
what?
yeah, it's like exactly what, like, how do you, but you know, to get off that, you know, just, I agree, bro.
Nah,
like,
bro, get real.
I agree with you, Drew. Like, it's some real shit. Like,
I don't know.
It's bigger, and I think it's all of us. But when I say like the universal spirituality, like it's like Trey's saying, when I say little G, the spirit is like an absolute infinite, like there's no boundaries, bro.
But I
there's
think there's
infinite creation.
and
like,
so in
the top
that
intelligence isn't like a man, or it's like you could think of it as like a system, and it's all loving, meaning
it's
like
like the
that's
ether.
why.
It's like the ether.
Because we're so much like babies, bro. Exactly, the ether, Drew.
You know, they actually just proved that there's a multiverse.
There is.
So there
bro, I'm
is an
telling
ether.
you,
So there
is
an
infinite
ether.
creation. It can keep going because.
And you know
love.
it's ridiculous.
You create a baby, you make it out of love. Right?
There's more than a
Yeah.
multiverse.
There's
There's
it.
you know there's more than a there's a multiverse, omniverse, and there's something else and I forgot what it's called. But like a multiverse is our universe, everything we know, everything that's in here, not even everything we know.
Universes.
Our universe, there's multiple universes, and then they have omniverse, which is it's like think of it like a galaxy in a
Well, that's
universe.
like basically what they think is God outside the universe.
No, so there's a multiverse and an omniverse. An omniverse is infinite amount of capsulated
Intelligence.
universes. No, so it's universe. So it's all our universe.
Yeah.
So it'll have multiverse inside of it. So there will be an infinite amount of multiverses inside of an omniverse with infinite omniverses, and then there's another level on top of that, which is everything ever. Period.
Yeah, they call that the father of all creation.
And I'm
That's
like,
what
bro,
I'm trying to
that's
say.
crazy. And they just put out that we know that this exists for sure.
I'm telling you, bro, literally, scientifically, and they can't deny it. But when you have like OBEs and shit, out of body experiences, or when you feel
That
like,
shit's weird.
bro, the science can't measure.
Have you ever had
it.
an
Yeah,
out-of-body
bro,
experience?
Yes, I've had 2 of them.
Tell me about one of them.
So the first one I had was my senior year in high school.
Out of body experience isn't how. What do you mean by that?
Literally detaching from the physical plane and consciously withdrawing from your body.
Okay. So
what I mean by that is
what happened? What happened when you
I'm
were
about to explain it. Senior year, you know, and I had been going through some tough times too. You remember that, all that, what was going on too.
Yeah.
And bro, I had gotten, this is when I had started like smoking weed heavily. So you can say a part of this contributed like to the weed of just being relaxed and loose leaf. This was not a drink, and I'll explain. I'm laying there, okay. I had washed my grandmother's sheets, bro. I'm doing laundry and shit, right? Because my grandmother, she's in Hawaii, she's out of town. It's just me and my dad, but my dad's not there. So it's just me. So it's real quiet in the house, bro. And I'm laying down and I'm just feeling real light, like weightless almost, you know, just laying in the bed. And bro, the next thing I notice, I'm up. Like I'm looking around everywhere. Everything is, bro, like, you know how people say 2020 and they're like, I can see, bro, I'm talking, I could see way beyond 2020. This was like, I could see a pimple on your head from down the fucking hallway. Like I could, like, because you're not in a body anymore.
Yeah.
You have no limitations.
So you're just there. You know,
Anywhere I can like see, I can just automatically
and really
be there.
imagine, because
And I'm telling you, bro, you know, I noticed, I was freaking out. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, I'm not, like, you can consciously know you're not dreaming because I actually looked at myself sleeping. And that's when I woke back up. And when I woke up,
because it fucked
it
your
ain't
brain
even
up.
been a minute that had passed by, and I felt like I was in this for at least 10 minutes, bro. Just fucking exploring. You know what I mean? Just
Really
going
confused,
through the walls in the house and shit. Because, bro, I couldn't believe it. I was like, this is not happening.
Damn,
I was
that's
like,
crazy.
This is not a dream. Yeah, bro. And I'm telling you, dude, like, when you move, you almost, like, glide. You don't, like, walk. It's like you just, it's like a dream. You know, like when you're doing shit, you can't
you don't
see your
feel,
body.
because you don't
Exactly.
actually, you're not actually,
You're not a body, bro. You're a consciousness. You're fucking infinite. And
You're moving forward,
you're
but you're not.
forward, dog,
You're
but
not
you're not
walking.
physically moving.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that is.
And so you
that's
don't
what makes
feel
it so
the
weird.
motion. You don't feel the
it.
motion.
You're just there.
because you're
like,
just going.
What a minute. You're like, wait a minute.
And then when you want to look at something, you don't have to strain your eyes because you don't have eyes.
Exactly.
You're just, your consciousness is at it.
You're
That's
consciously
tight as
aware
fuck.
of
That's hella
everything.
tight. That's
you guys
cool as fuck.
believe that sleep paralysis is like a connection to out-of-body experiences?
Yes. You just have to
I've
go
never
through
experienced
it.
it.
Because when your body, like, if you're so tired and your body's like rejecting it and you're getting scared, because I've heard people talk about it as they're like, dude, I feel like I'm getting abducted. I'm like, no, bro. You're just, you're literally trying to stay awake, and your
Yeah.
body's not allowing you to.
But
So
I-
that's how you get into that conscious
Yeah,
level.
that's
where
how
you-
you get into that.
Okay,
that
so
mode.
sleep paralysis for me is not like how it is for sleep
Right,
paralysis
it's
for me is when it's happened before, but it's like I'll be asleep or awake and something will make me feel like I'm falling, or that there's like a box around me, like that there's a box closing in around me, like super, like it'll be for a split second, and so like all my body will literally like every time it's like an outward motion, like my body will like all dead ass be like what, and then I'll wake up and be like, what the fuck, like I thought I was falling off something, like right now, or I thought a box was closing in, but it's like, nigga, and I looked it up and they say it's like your body falls asleep before your brain does, so your brain freaks out and tries to wake your body up.
That's what I mean.
By making you fucking, and I was like, oh, that's
like
crazy.
Real sleep paralysis.
And I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
nigga, so like, nigga, my body's falling asleep and then my brain's like, nigga, wake up, we gotta do stuff, you know, like anything can happen, nigga, wake up. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
Right.
What the fuck?
And you know, so I'll tell you about my second one. This is how I clarified it. Made sure the first one wasn't just a fluke. And this one was years later. This one was probably, I want to say, no, not probably. This one was going into 2019, so December of like 2018, maybe November of 2018. I remember this one more because that's when I knew this shit was real. Because senior year, I couldn't believe it, but I still remember the experience. Like I just told you guys, I remember all that shit as clear as day, like it was yesterday. And you know how dreams fade. That's what I'm telling you. It's not a dream.
It's literally natural.
And that was years ago, bro. And I can remember all the details.
It's
That's what I
natural.
mean.
They do that on purpose.
I was there, bro. I was not dreaming. I was there, outside of my body, actually there, fucking experiencing that.
Just not there
for the first time. Yeah, just not physically there.
That's dope. And you like, bro, that feeling that I can feel.
Dude,
like,
it was amazing.
He's like, I know that I
could
was
ever
there,
explain
but
to
I
you.
wasn't there.
And
like,
dude, you just, when you're disconnected from your
That's
body,
dope.
you feel this love because you're like, dude, I'm created by something that is so badass and powerful. You can't even like explain it. That's what I mean, dude.
That's tight.
The spirit has no hold. Like everyone's so powerful. That's why literally like the dark forces hate us, because they don't have that connection to
the dark
spirit.
forces.
The forces who don't like the spirituality. The forces who. That's why they say like.
I feel like
you can't get attached to sex and shit, because that's the worst physical attachment. Like when you die, right? It's not, like you can almost think of this as like when you die, it'd be the same motions. Like you're still alive, but you're not alive in your body. So you may have a problem advancing or evolving your consciousness if you were a person who is very much into sex, or if you were a porn star.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Something to attach to something in the physical world
that you don't want to let go of.
All right, that's
Hey, literally, that's why I got this tattoo, bro. Read this tattoo, bro. I literally
Train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose. Ah, that's Yoda.
Yeah, you're a real nigga. You're a real nigga.
I know.
You're such a nerd for knowing that right off
That's
the bat.
Star Wars, bro.
He
Everyone
said
loves
that's
Star Wars.
Yoda.
Come on, but that's Star Wars. Star
Oh
Wars.
God,
Yeah,
bro,
so-
my nigga Yoda, bro, speaking real words to my niggas, Anakin Skywalker, bro. He said, nigga, you need to train yourself.
Yeah,
bro.
and see, all that connects too.
And I got that tatted on me for all the Get Real people. I'm not lying, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
post a picture on Instagram for y'all, just so y'all know.
Master Yoda.
No, I was finna ask you, have any of you guys had a lucid dream before?
Yeah.
I've had a lucid dream, and I've only had one, and it was fucking. The only time I ever had a lucid dream is the very first dream that I ever had. And the very first dream that I ever had that I remember, probably not the one I've ever had, but the one that I remember was when I was 3 years old. And I remember this because before 3 years old, I could go to sleep, like just lay down in bed and be asleep. But ever since I had that dream, there's just been like this little pebble of anxiety that like prevents that. So like I'll be up for like 30 minutes and then I'll fall asleep, or something like that. But I remember I was in my mom's bed and her bed was up against the wall, and I slept on the side on the wall, and I was asleep, and then I remember a hand came up from the crack of the wall, like from in between the wall and the bed, and it was a vampire, and it grabbed me and snatched me down, bro. And it was a vampire, and it fucking fucked me up, and I
felt it and everything.
And I like literally like that nigga had me around the neck, bro, and he was finna fuck me up. And I don't even know what shit I seen about vampires at that time, but it traumatized me. And I remember telling my mom about it, and she was like, bruh, if you have a bad dream that's so bad that you cannot, like, you feel me, I can't help you. So she was like, bro, it's your dream. You can do whatever you want. You can be 1,000,000 feet tall if you want to. You can do whatever you want, have any superpower you want, bro. So she was like, bro, go back in that dream, give yourself that superpower, and beat that nigga ass, bro. Dead ass. She was like, beat that nigga ass. And I was like, yup, say less. And I couldn't do it for the longest. And so, nigga, my dad, like, I was at my dad's house, and I was like, Dad, can I put my sword, can I leave my sword in the living room so that when I go in my dream, I can go and get it and then get this nigga? And in that dream, bro, I went in my living room, got my sword, nigga, it laid up. It was from fucking Lord of the Rings. It was a Legolas or somebody's sword, bro. And when it lit up, it was like, you know, and nigga, so when I grabbed it in my dream, nigga, you know it was on, bro. That shit turned into the real thing, bro. And nigga had, bro, and I fucked that nigga up, bro. And after that, I was cool. But, you know, I was like, that was the dream that fucked me up. That fucked me up, bro. And until this day, I still, like, I can't just lay in bed and go to sleep. Like, really, I swear to God. And it's not even about thinking about it. I don't even think about it. Like, it's just like, it's ever since then, it's been like this. And it's fucked up.
Trey,
Like,
have you had any, like, spiritual experiences that you can elaborate on?
I've had some very weird. My dreams are never fucking. It's always with people I know and recognize.
have you ever
and
dreamed you can control? Like,
yeah,
completely control?
hell yeah. Sometimes, actually, most of my dreams are. That's why I leave my TV on for like all night, especially on hella loud and shit.
Yeah.
Because my dream will get intertwined with what I'm hearing, and then I'll become the character.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it'll basically be like my life.
That used to happen to me with my alarm clock.
And that shit.
I would have a dream, and my alarm clock would start going off. And so in my dream, like, and you know what's fucked up? My alarm clock used to be a barking dog. And so it would, like, be my dream, and then I would hear, roo, roo. Like, somebody, like, you would be talking right now, and then your mouth would just be like, roo, roo, roo. And then I would wake up and be like, oh, fuck, it's my alarm. It's time to get up. You know, like, fuck. That's hella funny. But keep going. My bad. Keep going.
Right.
Tell me about your lucid dream. I want to know about a dream you controlled. Like, if you can remember it. I know dreams are literally impossible to remember because you're brain. But
When I was around like 5, I would always have dreams because I would stay up all night to watch Playhouse Disney.
yeah.
Yeah.
Real
And
nigga. Real nigga shit.
Yeah, man, that's old.
No cap. And I would I'd always have dreams like I was flying and shit, and I could control where I was going. Like,
Right.
And I would always fly like over a fence, and it would be like in my old backyard on my old house, right by like Mission Avenue School, nigga. And fucking I would see my pool, and I'd always just dive into my pool for some odd ass reason, like just because I like to swim and shit.
See, bro, literally, like, that's crazy you say that because you said 5?
Yeah.
When I was younger, I used to have all flying dreams too.
Really?
Bro, that's weird.
Yes.
That's hella weird. What the
I did not have
fuck?
dreams like that.
I would like, so I will just call it like waking up in a dream. Because you know how you just see an image all of a sudden, you're like, oh, that's the dream. Like when you think back to your dream, you don't know how it starts. You're like, oh, it just started out in that setting. And literally, like, dude, I would feel like sometimes, like, I would fly out to like the edge of the earth or something. And I would see, I don't want to say like the planets, not like an out of body experience where you could literally do that if you got that good, I feel like, but almost like a dream where you could kind of like put certain shit in certain places, you know, like a certain setting. And I just remember thinking, I was like conscious during those dreams, but the flying always like got me. I was like, why am I flying in every dream? Is this telling me that I need to observe more, or I need to be more like, I was thinking flying at first, but then I'm like,
there's no way.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way. And just the way it was happening, I'm like, I know this is a dream, but what is the dream trying to tell me? Kind of like how Trey.
You guys are fucking lucky, bro. I feel like I'm like fucked up in the head now, because all my dreams ever since I can ever remember have, like, I just thought about the most recent dream besides the nightmare, and the only other one I could think of was when I was getting chased by those dogs. Like, all right. For the podcast, it's always some fucked up shit.
For the viewers and you too, I will say a method right now. This is how I believe you can dream well like that.
Write your dreams down for sure.
Yeah, and write your dreams down just so you can go back to it and go, oh, that was a good dream. Or
because if y'all didn't know, it's literally your brain erases your dreams on purpose because there's too much information that has to take up in the real world.
It's like
write them down because even if you try your hardest to remember them, you're not. It's
your brain's like a computer; it only has so much.
It's working against you literally.
Memories,
and but write them down if you want to remember.
That's why people get Alzheimer's because they try to hold on to.
And if you want to control them, you get better at controlling them by writing them down because certain things pop up and you'll recognize them quicker.
But to get into the dream, if you're one of these people that don't know how to dream well, and you're like, oh, I can't dream. When you're going to sleep,
I don't know how to dream. I just dream.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people don't even know how to like. There's certain I don't want to say true methods because nothing's scientifically proven here, but at least for me, because I've dreamed different ways. I've just gone to sleep and then I'm dreaming, and then I've thought about certain things like, hey. I have told my mind or my body, like, hey, I would like to dream tonight. Literally, audibly say it. Because when you put that, word, you got to say the words.
I'm going to try that. I'm going to try that because I've never done that before.
And you were talking about the ether, and I feel like since our spirit's connected to it and our consciousness and our mind, you might connect to it more as you do that. Because I notice when I do that more, it's not even that I dream specifically. It's not always about spirituality and higher things, but I'll just dream more. And they'll be good dreams, it'll be feel-good dreams, like how we're talking about. You have to, because I feel like dreaming is just the cousin of death.
I just call it dreaming. I call it dreaming. I call it dreaming
sure.
Because that's all my dreams are like. But I really just have nightmares. All I have is nightmares. I don't have actual dreams. I don't have good dreams. Where things have, they're always.
You can change that because what were you saying, Trey?
Nightmares.
It's always some shit I told you one of my dreams, bro.
Yeah.
And that shit was just fucking crazy. My dreams be a mix, and it's not even a nightmare raw, scary or fucking monsters.
End of the world nightmares.
It just be real anxiety shit. The police are looking for you, or you're hiding somewhere, or some weird shit. It's always.
I've had ones where I thought family members were dead.
Damn.
You think someone shot, or you seen someone get shot, or you heard someone got shot in the dream, or one of your
just
friends.
Some fucked up shit.
Yeah, just some fuck shit. And I'm like, what? And yeah, dude. Dude, I've had dreams where it's it literally shit like that. So yeah, I know what you mean. There's certain dreams that fuck you, and then in turn, some people would be like, oh, I don't want to dream anymore because I only have bad dreams. Well. Could mentally be going through some stuff subconsciously, not know. That's why they say subconsciously.
But it's been like that since I'm 3 years old.
That's how I figured.
I've been mentally going through some shit since 3 years old, bro. That's fucked up. I hope not. I don't think I am.
So like Trey's saying,
I feel like I'm good.
Subconsciously.
No, honestly, your subconscious is always trying to tell you when something is wrong, or if you're going through something, or if you just are not okay. And your brain will tell you, your body will tell you, your fingers will start looking different.
Yep.
You feel me? Your lips will start looking different. Your eyes will start looking different. You feel me?
I ain't experienced that before. But to get us completely off topic, this is some shit I wanted to talk about. Even though I don't want to be on this topic for stupid long because everybody and their mom is talking about coronavirus. But my mom put me on. She just gave me this idea. When she said this, I was like, because I was thinking, you know how you think, or there's this going around, coronavirus was either fake or the George Floyd shit and the whole fact that everybody's protesting and this and that is a whole ploy to get everybody to forget about coronavirus. Or, there's hella conspiracies going around. It's about hella shit. And my mom really said some shit that I was like, damn, bro, that's exactly what happened. She was like, bro, the reason that every state in America for the first time in the whole world is protesting this Black Lives Matter movement now because George Floyd, and y'all seen this video that went viral and this and that. The whole reason that everybody actually gave a fuck this time, because there's hella videos that went viral, is because we've been in the house for 4 months and everybody wants something to do.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro,
that's really the scheme.
No cap. It might not really even be a conspiracy. It really might not be.
The George Floyd death is real.
No,
they just used it to their advantage.
But I'm like, bro, deadass, bro. It's definitely probably people who have been like, bro, I want to do anything.
Right.
It's a combination of people who give a fuck, people who
don't give a fuck,
people who want to look good,
who want free shit,
and
looting,
people who are like,
and you know,
I've been in the house for entirely too long.
I'm gonna just speak on this. Like, I know how people feel. Like that whole torching people's businesses and cars. Like, you're destroying a lot of black people's shit too. So, like I said, this ain't even a race thing. But hey, you take my shit from me, you're gonna get a response. I'm just saying. And this ain't even for the viewers, but I'm just saying. It's like, you know what I mean, y'all. If someone's trying to come, you work hard to buy your car. You work hard for your house. Someone throws a Molotov cocktail in your house and sets it fire.
You don't be on social media, but did you see that video of that dude who he was trying to protect his business? And he had a sword.
Oh shit.
He was a Mexican dude. He had a big ass, like literally like a big ass battle axe sword. You know, like with the handle and everything.
Yeah.
And was like, there was hella looters though, you know, and they dead ass like, bro. There's a video like,
and bro, all the looters were mostly white, dog. They're
I'm not gonna lie. In this video, they were all black, but
very few. But you comparing to a lot of the looting, it's like 75%.
But no,
white
bro,
people.
this nigga was protecting the shit with the sword, bro. But like, we didn't even see that in the video. They just said that in the caption, bro. But in the video, it's just a whole video of him getting like, bro, there's like 6, 7, 8, 9 people, bro, and he's already on the ground. And they're kicking this nigga. He's leaking. Like, he's dead for sure. Like, he died for sure. Like, you know when you see a video and it makes your stomach, you're like, fuck, they killed that nigga, bro. Like, they killed that nigga, bro. Like, they were kicking him, bro. He's bleeding and leaking hella blood, and then somebody else walks up and kicks him in the head again. Or, like, somebody else walks up and kicks. Like, he's already been out, and they're fucking. Still, and I'm like, bro, that's fucked up. Like, I feel it for sure. I completely understand. Yeah, it's fucked up. Your business is getting fucked up, but it's fucked up. A nigga died. I completely understand that logic, but it's like, bro, when it gets to the 1-to-1, like with the like, you know, when it's like you and another human, it's like, come on, bro. Yeah. I know and you know and he knows, bro. But you know, bro, like he's protecting his shit for a reason, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like,
yeah, you know what you're doing. If you go up to someone's business, you know they're gonna want to protect it.
He might be donating to charity with his business. You don't know, bro. Like, you know, like that's. And I know the looting shit, and the looting shit is not about. They're not thinking about that. You know, the whole point of the looting shit is because I'm so enraged.
They don't got George in their head when
they're thinking I'm so enraged about this, I'm gonna go loot. You feel me? So it's like, I understand.
But that could cost you, bro. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm trying to help these people.
And that's what I'm like, bro. People are so wrapped up, but nobody's thinking like there's an aftermath. Like and especially the motherfuckers who are looting. Y'all niggas think just
Dr.
because
Dre, dog,
y'all niggas think just because it's 150 of y'all that you're not all finna get arrested. Yeah. They're just gonna arrest you later.
And you're all on camera,
bro. After the LA riots, there was like
recognition and
after the LA riots, there was like, I don't even know the number, bro, but it was a big ass number of people who got arrested months after the fact because of camera. You feel me?
It takes a minute.
So I'm like, nigga,
they're gonna round all these people up.
Now when they have cameras everywhere, and then they have walking cameras because people have their phones and social media.
Yeah, bro. And people are filming with their phones.
There's gonna be so many people who get fucked up for this. Like,
bro, you can't steal like that. You can't break windows.
You can't just
rob
loot
a store like that.
It don't matter what's going on.
This ain't pirate looting, dog. You can't rob a whole motherfucker's business
because there's 200 of you. They might let y'all do it, but don't think they're gonna let you get away. Yeah. Like,
you go into another business and they got camera ID. Oh, the cops. If there's a cop nearby in the area, they're telling you. Yeah, they're gonna come get you.
Yeah, so I'm like,
that's how they do it. That's why it's like, bro,
niggas are fucked.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Oh shit. All right, let's get off this stupid ass topic. I want to tell y'all a funny ass story because Preston, you're finna be hella weak, and Trey, you're finna be hella weak, and I'm gonna give y'all audience as much reference as I can. But my little brother Reese, he's 10 years old. He's finna get an ass whooping on Friday. Today. He's actually got an ass whooping scheduled for today, and it's been scheduled. And so, so my little brother every summer goes to Atlanta, Georgia, to the other side of the country to visit my family, my granny. And so he's at my granny's house for the summer, right? And my cousin Seth's there. He's 15 years old. And so I guess like Monday or last Sunday, my cousin Seth called my mom and was like, your kid has a death wish. What is he doing? He's crazy. He's insane, this and that. He just snuck into Granny's room while she was asleep, took a video of her snoring, and posted it on YouTube.
Oh, damn.
And so, nigga, my mom found out. She told my auntie Leslie. She told all her sisters, and she told everybody except for Granny. And so they're all trying to work to get this YouTube video deleted, and nobody really knows how to use YouTube. So they're all, they're all old, and they're like trying to figure it out. They're all spazzing and tripping, right? And so apparently it gets deleted off YouTube, like, and it's fine. It's, crisis averted. We get to like yesterday, and my mom comes in my room, and she's like, "Bro, Granny knows." And I'm like, "What does she know? What are you talking about?" And I'm hella I forgot, And she was like, somehow so cousin Seth sent the video to my other cousin, and that cousin sent the video to my granny. Like, he didn't post it on YouTube, but he sent the video out to
her text message.
Yeah. And so she saw the video and called my brother, and my mom was like, she's on video call with my auntie Dana while she's looking at my brother. And she was like, she's on video call, and he gets a phone call, and he just drops the phone and drops to his knees and starts crying. And he's like, no, he's tripping. And I'm like, fuck. And she's like, bro, he's just laying on the ground crying. He's in Granny, because Granny called the phone and was like, I'm finna fuck you up when you get back. She fired that nigga up. And so he's tripping, bro. And I was like, damn, you fucked up. And mind you, she's like, yeah, Seth's in the corner laughing. And she's like, I don't know why you're laughing. You're the one who sent it out. You're getting in trouble too, nigga. Like, and that nigga left the room, and that nigga dipped. I'm like, fuck, that's fucked up. Yeah, so that shit was hella funny. I'm like, bro, my little brother, little kids these days, bro, with the internet, bro, I would have never, ever posted on YouTube. You post a video of her.
Not on YouTube.
That's
YouTube.
Like me.
Everyone.
Because Facebook and Twitter is...
In my head, bro, posting some shit on YouTube.
Everyone can see that.
Yeah, bro. Like, I would never do that. Like, that's insane. You're tripping, bro.
You're tripping.
That shit
But
could
he
go
watched
viral
YouTube.
on
All he do was watch. Like, you never would have thought.
No, like a kid's innocence. He's not like, oh, I'm doing this on purpose.
You never would have thought, like, back in the day, like, where you watch YouTube more than TV. Like, you always go back to TV and just watch, your cartoons and watch your shit.
No, I always was on YouTube.
Really?
I was a kid I've had a YouTube channel for like damn near 11, 12 years.
Wow. Yeah, no, I mean, I went to YouTube for certain things as a kid because I knew YouTube had like all the videos you could look up. I just wasn't active.
Yeah.
I wasn't actively on it because I didn't know really all the knowledge in it. Because I'll be honest, I was
YouTube was somewhere. YouTube was somewhere you would go to do something.
Yes.
Learn
stuff.
He like, just the way you would turn on the TV and not watch it, he turns on YouTube and not watches it. Like type that. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. Like, he's not on cable.
I mean, I'll do that. Like, how we're podcasting.
We'll do that now, but when you were 10 years old,
right? I see
you were watching Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon, and even if you weren't watching it, the TV was on some channel.
I'd go watch retarded Scooby-Doo on YouTube.
I mean, yeah, but you would go and watch that, bro. You weren't. That's just like when you got home, bro. You weren't. I mean, unless you're that kid, like you said. But like, I don't know. Kids these days.
That kid though.
Kids these days are on YouTube. That's it. Like,
not like that kid in a bad way. It was just you were that kid who got early up on that.
No, real shit. Yeah, hell yeah. Because I had older siblings who were just like on Facebook, on YouTube, on MySpace. I have a MySpace. Bro.
I remember MySpace.
I have a fucking MySpace.
First, bro.
What if social media never got invented?
Yeah.
Then
just having the internet with
be
no
back
social
in the
interaction.
Yeah.
I would think that would be scarier because then you couldn't share information. You couldn't verify nothing. There would be no way of contacting. So
what if
having just Google and just looking up stuff?
What if the internet was literally just an information and a sales hub, like, but only. No feedback,
no talking,
no
I'd have a problem with that because you don't know what the fuck you're getting sold.
Facts.
And you don't know who's behind what because
I feel like the whole world would be different.
It would.
Like, you wouldn't even have like a 5-star.
That's kind of what they're doing now,
you wouldn't have a 5-star review system because you wouldn't be able to really verify that.
Like the censorship of social media, bro. If you say something that doesn't agree with the general narrative, you could just have your own opinion. You're most likely going to get silenced, and that's crazy as fuck. That's why I was going back to everyone needs to have freedom of speech. Bro, you could be a monkey if you know how to. And I mean a legit monkey, like a chimp. If you learn how to talk. Dog, that should be your right to talk. We have an animal rights movement, right?
That's facts.
We have human rights movement. We have no alien rights movement.
So you think that what if like every chimp in the world all of a sudden got the capabilities to talk to you, then they should have the rights of humans?
No,
I'm just saying they should have the right to talk though.
He said they shouldn't.
Do you know why?
So
man is better.
So what if every chimp in the world had the ability to talk and articulate as good as a human being?
Yeah, let them talk.
Yeah,
Because if they have good ideas,
do they get human
and
rights?
Listen, let me.
Do they get human rights?
They wouldn't
I
get-
don't want
they
anyone
would
to get mad. Let me say this.
What? They're like,
Go ahead, Trey.
no, say it.
You got to show me something. If you can talk, show me how to build a house with you and 10 other chimps. Or, I could oversee.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
See, Trey's on that. It's because
Thank
if you can show me something, I can trust you. You can't just start talking and going, yeah, this and that, because I don't know if you're fucking me over. How do you know I just tapped? You could be a lab monkey that just got put insert a human brain. You could be fucking with me.
Well, okay,
You
but
could be
that's why I'm
pure-
saying, what if every single chimp
Oh, right, you did say that.
had the
That's what I'm
ability to-
saying. You
So
gotta show
it
me
was-
something after you can talk. But hey, it's already
So you want to
impressive.
see more intellect is what you're saying.
But I'm giving them the ability to. I ain't suppressing them. I'm saying if you can talk, let's keep going, dog. Show me something. I ain't against you. You know what I
Real
mean?
shit.
If you can show
Real
me
shit.
something and and what I mean, I don't want to say a benefit like you need to be just as good as humans or better, but if you're not going to create problems and you understand like basic natural laws, like you can't just be a fucking chimp, jump on someone's back and eat someone's face off.
Yeah. But that is a chimp though, because you got to think.
Right,
you
but
got to
if
think
you can
chimps
talk
don't have
and think logically,
chimps
but they're
don't.
past that monkey stage.
Chimps don't have that emotional. That's different than talking. Chimps don't have the emotional stability
Then
we
let me
have.
ask you this: don't you think we'd have issues then as a
We
human race?
definitely do. I'm not
And that's
saying
like
that
Planet
we
of the
should be
Apes
equal.
then.
I'm not saying we should be equal. I'm just
But
wondering.
real
what,
Planet of the Apes.
I just want to know your take on what we should do, because I'm trying to think about it right now. Like what would we do? Because what if there are niggas who are just walking around that are covered in fur, and if you do the wrong thing, they're just gonna trip, and you can't even be liable with. You can't even have them liable for that because that's just in their DNA. They don't have the brain development to do that. So it's like, would you give them human rights because you technically
No.
aren't developed
No.
as a human all the way? But
And
like,
they could take over.
if we oppressed you though, it would be oppressive. Like it would be fucked up. So it's like, fuck, and then you got to think.
Oppress the chimps. It would be an individual thing. If
But
the
then
chimps
again,
being bad,
that's how people thought about black people. They were like, oh, they're not smart enough. They have a certain amount. So it's like,
that would definitely happen with certain people. Certain people are just like that, where they want to colonize and control groups of people.
But I'm
like
saying-
Trey's there's a group of people always at the top, bro, that always want
no,
some
but
sort of control.
I'm saying, what do you think that the world would be like? Like, do you think that it would be? Because that is like, or just in your world, like
I
in
think
your
it
head.
would be more diverse. I don't think it'd even be any better or worse. I just think it'd be different.
And what if all animals could talk?
Because it could go either way, bro.
What if all animals could talk?
That suck ass.
Well, you're getting into some like
That ass.
Alice in Wonderland type stuff.
But what if they
now.
all could talk? Would they have human rights?
No,
How would that world
whoa,
really
whoa,
look?
whoa. Hey,
Would
I
we
might
have
be
to-
wrong, but I think like when we were in the Garden of Eden, like we were at harmony with everything. Just being on some biblical shit, if you believe in it.
No, go ahead,
You know
bro.
what I'm
This
saying?
is
Like,
all free speech.
I
here.
guess we were able to like communicate with animals or have an understanding
Yeah,
on how to
yeah.
like interact with like sharks
Okay,
and shit.
but I'm
like
not
that.
saying being
Like,
able to understand
so
animals. I'm saying, what if animals? Okay, well,
Like,
then I
what
guess
if
that
at one
does kinda
point in
work.
time we actually were able to be one with animals and like communicate with things? Because there had to be a point where everything was all in harmony.
Yeah.
Maybe there wasn't really a Garden of Eden. Maybe everything was really just all harmony.
Well, now you got me fucked up.
and then
because
one time,
I don't know what
some shit
No,
just
he's
got
just saying
fucked up.
biblically. Because, like, look, this is what he's saying.
Nah,
Like,
I
you gotta
know
think
he's
about
saying.
the first verse of the Bible.
That's what got me fucked up.
That God, the absolute spirit God said, I beamed into existence creation, meaning not creation as in like, oh, just earth or the universe, but like thought itself. So when we were talking about simulation and dreaming, like
I beamed.
you can say we're like the absolute spirit's dream.
If God can beam into consciousness, why can't the universe Big Bang into the.
But we can beam into consciousness. Like,
Wait.
think about that.
No,
So,
I'm saying we were just talking about like the biblical context.
yeah, okay, yeah. And that,
Like
and that
the
shit.
Big Bang, I believe, is the same thing, just said in different terms and words.
I get it. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not even like going again. Like if you're a Scientologist talking to me, I'm not gonna get mad at you on some religious shit
Yeah.
because
Right.
it's not like
I'm not
because
a
there
Scientologist.
obviously is science involved with everything.
I'm not a Scientologist, just so everybody
No,
knows.
not you. I'm just saying if a Scientologist came up to me and just started talking about, oh yeah, this is what I believe, I wouldn't go, no, fuck you, that's not right. Because I'm open to everyone's thoughts, especially because you got to be open, bro. Because you
Yeah.
really don't know.
Isn't Tom Cruise a Scientologist?
Some shit like that. Yeah, I think so.
Isn't there a conspiracy behind Scientology?
Yeah, there is. It's weird,
Yeah.
bro.
Because then you get into like flat earthers and weird stuff.
Yeah.
But
Do
see,
you guys
that's
think
people
the Earth
that
is
take
flat?
it too far. Me personally, no, because I've seen videos of a shuttle and they got a wing over here and it's on Japan, and the other wing is over on fucking, on part of the ocean. You can see the Boeing of the like atmosphere on the outside. You can see the curves. They've done videos where they send balloons up. You seen those videos? From start to finish, bro. To let you know, because bro, you got those conspiracy theorists out there too that think everything's fake. Yeah, they're like, well, then a space shuttle and I see shit, that's fake. That's
bro, I'm not gonna lie to you though. That is the only reason. I'm not saying that I discredit them. I'm just saying the conspiracy theorists, that is a hole that I choose not to get into, because if I were to get into that, I completely understand why they don't believe in anything, because once you start not believing in certain things, you be like, bro, but
question everything.
So it's like, bro, that's a very deep, dark hole that you can, so the only reason I'm not with them is because I don't want to get into that. Shut up, Trey. But I'm not saying that I disagree with them, like, because, nigga, a lot of the shit they be saying, you be like, and you, nigga, what the fuck? You know these motherfuckers lie to us. So, bro, I'm like, bro, it is probably 6 out of 10 things they do say is probably 100% true. You feel me? Like, even if it sound crazy as fuck.
You're being generous.
Maybe, whatever. But, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm like, bruh, but I really just don't want to jump into, because if I start singing that, I'm going to be like, bro, is up real? Is down real? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but there's
that's being, like, agnostic.
Yeah.
But if you really get into it, bro, nigga, even if you start from like, oh, okay, fucking, what's that nigga's name? The nigga who, I have a dream, nigga. I'm so bad.
Martin Luther King,
that guy,
my nigga.
yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
If you start thinking like, oh, he got killed and it wasn't by just a random nigga, it was by the U.S. government, which it's not even a conspiracy. He got killed by the U.S. government. Look it up. His family sued the U.S. government for murdering him and won the case in the Supreme Court. It's a fact that they killed that nigga. But if you say that, oh, it's not, if you say that it's not a conspiracy, JFK got killed, and you look into it and you see how much they lied, and then you look into, oh, the economic system, or oh, slavery, or oh, civil rights movement, Black Power, whatever, all that. If you look into all that and you see the advantages that people take, you'll be like, bruh, I can't believe anything that happens, because anything that happens, everybody's gonna try to take advantage of it.
Well, yeah, because everyone's got their own agenda too.
So it's like, bro, at some point, bro, it almost feels like,
it's all a game.
Even if the truth exists, they're gonna take advantage of it. So it's not about
control, remember?
Everybody's gonna take advantage of every situation they can possibly take.
They don't want to not be in control. And people are like, fucking, what do you mean when you say they? Who's they? And I'm like, well, they is
everyone.
Well, no, I'm talking about the, like, okay, for instance, the federal government is not the same thing as the Federal Reserve, right? Our government is a bunch of politicians, and then our reserve is a bunch of little tiny group of bankers who pretty much control everything through the banks. And that's really... And
the government is controlled by the banks.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because the government is like the Fed Reserve's mouthpiece.
Yeah.
They print all the money. I'm telling you, it's always an iron curtain behind another iron curtain.
Behind another
And that's kind of like us as humans, bro. We have a body, we have a mind. That's why you're Drew and you have your thoughts. That's your own consciousness, your own ID, right? And then he's Trey and he has his own thoughts. And but we're all, spiritually, we all have the same potential. That's what it means, like, when all men are created equal. Because physically, we're not all created equal. But spiritually, like, what we can do, like how we can feel that love, or they say like, oh, you can make miracles happen, but really it's just like, and then also spiritual quickenings that you're making happen. You're
everybody got the same amount of time to.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
that's what I mean.
If you're not that smart, you had enough. If
you want it bad enough, especially in your soul or your spirit or your mind, your consciousness, whatever you want to say, deep down in there, bro, you're gonna go get what you really, really want. Because your soul's crying out for it. And you may not always know what it is right away.
Yeah, most people don't.
Most people don't. And that's what I mean, is because, but you gotta think about this. I think we've been alive before this body, but think if you knew how you died in your last life, you'd go fucking nuts in this life. You wouldn't be able to get past it, because you'd be like, bruh, you'd want to go fix it. However you died, you'd want to do something different, because no matter what, bruh, like, we, in whatever body or form we're at, we don't want to die or leave that creation. And I think that's what, like, the spirit, or people say God or the universe, is trying to get us to. Dude, you have everything. When you die, you are creation. Like you were saying, Drew. You could be on that level of almost like, oh, I could beam worlds in this omniverse, and it's like you can keep going. There's no end. So that's where people get scared because they're like, I don't want to think about.
I don't want all my shit to end.
Yeah, I don't. Well, no, they get scared about forever too, like infinite. Like they're like, I don't know what that's like. I don't know what that is, and it's like, but you don't have to fear it. You should think about it already.
Lean
Having
into
your
the
consciousness
unknown.
not die, because energy doesn't ever burn out.
But is your consciousness energy? And honestly, too, it's probably a mixture of people being scared of the unknown and people being scared, or people being scared of the infinite and the unknown.
Yeah,
because
both.
They don't. I mean, yeah, you can talk all this.
You're scared
good
of death.
You
and
can talk
you're
all
scared
this
forever.
good shit, you know. But death, at the end of the day, in everybody's mind,
No one wants to die.
when you think of it,
Yeah.
it's a period.
Yep.
It's the end. You know, it's the end.
Yeah, lights
of
out.
whatever.
No more do-overs.
And
lights
even if
out,
in your head
close the
you're
curtain.
like, it's the end of this and I'm going to go to heaven, you still think it's the end of something.
Yeah,
and so,
yes.
and you are not 100%, I don't care who you are and I don't care how religious
that's
you are,
true.
you are not 100%, it's going to end, like, because it's not even based on you, bro. You could devote your whole life
Right.
to a religion, but you as a human being, as a living creature, just your natural, you feel me, your instincts make you not want to believe that. Your instincts are like, no, we need to stay here and do what we keep, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, bruh, even the moment, but like, I know like there's people who are hella religious and are like, they'll walk around and be like, yeah, I'm ready to die, or like, if I died, it's God's time for me. But if you got shot right now and you were bleeding and finna die, bro, you would start getting hysterical. You would start getting hysterical. You would be fucking tripping. You know, I'm not saying everybody, but I'm like, bro, you would not just be calm and chilling, bro, because
see, like, I feel like that's why, at least in your life, you can't just, like you're saying, go around life, well, just wake up in the morning and just go do, like, the physical, earthly shit all the time. Like, I just see what I see through my eyes. Nothing else is going on. Like, those are the people that really are going to have problems. Like, well, the stuff we're talking about right now, a lot of people don't know how to talk about this stuff continuously or even deeply, and it's like, because it bothers people. The fact that if people can even talk about it, that's a good thing. Because it means that you're getting closer to just, I don't want to say like accepting death, because like we said, you don't just sit there and go, okay, I'm dying.
yeah.
But I kind of want to say at least more comfortable with it, or at least more understanding of it. Like, have more of an understanding. It's not necessarily like I want to die, but I have a better grasp on what I truly believe.
Or how to die? Like,
not like how to die, just like that I'm not going to just see black after. Like, it's not going to just be like I'm not.
You
going
got
to
to condition your
discarded
brain.
soul. Yeah, like,
but either way, like I said, bro, the instinctual.
No, I know.
As a living
agreeing.
creature, you're like, bro, I don't
want to leave.
I don't give a fuck how
leave,
much you try to pressure me, and like your body's gonna be like, no, we can't leave. We gotta
But
fix
think about
this.
the people who never think about this stuff because they're so scared. Like we're saying, those are the people that are really gonna have problems, because it's like you said, they just believe that they're like, man, it's just, this is it. This is just that one life, YOLO shit, which I do believe. You only get one life in this body. There's only gonna be one Drew, one Trey, one Preston, but that consciousness, that spirit, like, all that isn't gonna die. And we've been plenty of other life forms before. That's truly what I believe. I ain't saying that's the truth, but that's what I believe, because I didn't even tell you about my second OBE, the out of body experience.
Oh yeah.
This is kind of like why I'm like keep reverting back to that, because I didn't believe in this stuff at first, bro. Like, this isn't me just on some high horse saying, yeah, I can talk good. Like, no, I've had actual experiences, and that's why I tell people, hey, you ain't got to listen to me. Have your own experiences. Like, try to get your own mind right, or whatever you're searching for. Really try to get into it and say, you know what, I want this. I'm not expecting too much. I ain't expecting too little either.
It's all about being happy, bro. It's all about being happy. That's the main goal. Just try to make yourself as happy as possible, because life is a bitch, and you gotta make lemonade out of lemons. I mean,
and that's how I feel, bro. If you're here on Earth, you struggle. We struggle as humans. If you don't want to struggle, you can't be here on Earth.
take a shot, Preston.
Yep.
Don't be no pussy.
So, that's kind of where I'm at with that, because my second OBE was in this house, not my grandmother's, this one right here, in that unit I'm in now. I seen a light. It was dark, and my mom was in her room. Her room was kind of cracked, and from the TV, how you get like those different colors coming off. And it almost was like a whitish.
I just got a 4K TV, but keep going.
It would get like a whitish beam coming out, and then the hallway light was on, but my door was cracked and it's completely dark. And I kept looking through the crack of the light. I'm dumbass tired, but for some reason I keep looking, because I'm one of those people where like,
am I sure or am I not?
Yeah,
sure?
I always, I sleep.
I know. Exactly
I sleep with in that term when I open. I'm like, I'm like,
I
sure,
looked,
yeah, exactly, Joe.
And then you be like,
I lock the door, did I do everything? I'm like, yeah, I'm
and then you look again because you're like, did I look all the way though?
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So I'm going through that, right? As soon as I was like, it's good in my head, that's when I was trying to tell people, like, say audibly, like, I want to dream tonight, and then try to clear your head. As soon as, like, people say, how do you clear your head? Well, if your mind's just rambling on, like, it just won't stop thinking, you just got to let it do it until it stops thinking. Your mind needs to go through that. You can't just try to suppress it or smoke hella weed to where it's like, oh, I'm trying to suppress. No, let your mind ramble on. As soon as it clears,
that's what I do.
Thinking about nothing, you're out, bro. As soon as I did that, I woke up, but I came through the wall. So like this time, like flying, but like I didn't fly down in like from the sky. I just like being like I separated myself and then came through the wall. We're in my room.
Yeah.
And then I saw myself, I was looking at my room again, I was like, okay, this is the same exact feeling I had, just a weightless feeling, a feeling, everything, I could see everything again. It was like, and everything was like, I don't even want to say bright, but just like a bluish, clear, like everything was just so clear.
Translucent.
Just translucent color. And just beautiful. Like I was like, wow. I'm like, I can't believe it looks like this right now. But seeing myself again scared me. And bro, I tried to fucking,
touch yourself?
Touch myself and then, like,
you freak.
But like just like try to see if I could like touch my head and shit or my hair or anything,
Hey, what if you can get an astral projectile hand job from yourself? Would that be gay?
Nah, you just got weird with it.
Would that be gay?
Yeah, I would think so, but that's not what I was trying to do.
Bro.
That's not what I was trying to do, but hey, check it out.
If you can jack off, bro, you can definitely astral project and give yourself a hand job.
You're not thinking about that shit when you're doing it. That's how I know you haven't had one.
Okay.
You ain't thinking about none of that shit, bro.
What if I've had 1,000 of them and I've been...
But you would have told me, because you can't shut your mouth. So.
I'm just saying, I feel like a nigga who had 1,000 of these was probably have one time tried to jack himself off. He would have been bored of walking around. He would have been bored of going through shit. He would have been bored of seeing himself. And he would have been like, you know what? Can I jack myself off? And then he would have tried it. I would try it.
I don't even know that, like...
Would you try to jack yourself off?
Fuck no, I wouldn't, but I wouldn't even... I don't know that I'm lucid dreaming. I just do it. I just know that I can control whatever the fuck's happening.
I want to know.
Lucid dreaming.
Like, y'all tell me if I'm gay if I try to jack myself off while I'm astral projecting. That's not gay, bro. That's like masturbating, but better.
Just stop. Anyway, so I'm trying to like interact.
Take a shot, bro.
I'm trying to interact with my physical body.
Hold that thought. Yeah, big boy shit. That's what I like to see. All right, keep going. When you like interact with your body.
No, I was just trying to interact with my physical body. Like just trying to see if I can make a connection, but obviously nothing happened.
You couldn't feel it?
Man, can I jump up and stay in the air? Because right now I feel like I'm on the floor. And of course, as soon as I jumped up, I would stay in the air like the levitation. But of course, it didn't surprise me because I'm not a body. But as soon as I did that, bro, I couldn't control it. I started bouncing around.
You start thinking about it.
Yeah, I started, exactly.
And then your mind started relating it to reality.
Yeah, and I started losing it. I'm like, there's no way I'm doing this. I'm like, no, I am doing this. And I'm just, dude, I'm literally like, my knees and shit, like I'm folding my knees and I'm in the air and my knees, like I'm just touching the sides of the wall.
That's a life experience, bro.
Yeah, and I'm like, what is going on? It started scaring the shit out of me. So I'm like, oh shit, something's trying to possess me now. Because I'm not religious like that, but I'm like, why am all of a sudden my not in control? But see, Drew, I didn't realize it that I was like, oh, I was thinking about it too much. I realized it when I woke up, but not when I was actually in the, because you're like, dude, this is crazy.
It's the first time.
Yeah. Well, it was the second time, but this is me realizing this isn't fake now.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same exact, like, feeling. I came through this is not a dream. Like, the setting's the same. I'm not, like, because you can't, like, see the background of a dream. You can only see what you're focusing on. I can, like, look around and see and go, oh, there's that over there. Like, this is way different.
That's crazy. So shit.
Yeah, as soon as I started freaking out, I lost, and I told in my mind, I was like, just think about something good. And as soon as I did that, I woke up and I was like, fuck, and I haven't had one since.
Hey, well, the third time you have that dream, you better be in control. You
I'll
better
tell you
think
if
about.
I have the third OBE, but really, I don't need to have another one to prove anything, at least to myself.
No, but I'm saying to control some more shit. You know, learn more shit. What the fuck? Imagine you have your
That's
third.
why you would do it. But honestly, bro, you gotta be careful with that, because remember we talk about free will. You can go dark with that shit.
What do you mean?
You can just
get lost in your mind, be
Yes.
asleep forever, go in a
You
coma.
can just have fucking.
You won't go in a coma, nigga. You'll be fine.
No, not like that, but you can just get lost in it.
Get
You can
lost
just get
in the
tempted
sauce,
by it
man.
and just have evil things talk to you, and it's really not like.
I mean, nigga, I'm down to talk to some evil things.
No, I just mean like.
I wanna hear
trying
what they
to
gotta
tempt you and
say.
Shit. You
There's the dark side.
I want to hear the dark side. I want to see what the dark side is
No,
all
you
about.
definitely do, but I'm just saying you don't want to like.
I'm not gonna get
indulge
into it.
yourself in it.
I'm not gonna get engulfed in the
Right,
dark
that's what I
side.
mean. Like,
I mean,
taking.
you never know, but I want to
great
test
pleasure in
myself. I'm definitely down to risk that.
Because
Like,
there's definitely both sides of it, bro.
bro, if I was a Jedi, they would not fuck with me because they would be like, Drew, do not tempt yourself with the dark side because you will fall to the dark side. And I'm gonna be like, nigga, I'm taking that challenge. Let's go, run it. I want to see what the dark side all
What I mean
about,
by that
and
is
I bet you I'll
don't
come back.
believe you can do that stuff without the source. That's what I'm saying. Don't just be like, oh, I'm fucking God.
But we all are. I am the source.
You're a part. You're not the source. You're a part of it.
The source is me, and I am the source, and the source is all of us.
But
And
do
we
you?
are
But
the
do you
source.
understand? Like our role. We're not the source.
We are the source. We're just the source figuring itself
a
out.
part of it, bro.
Realistically, bro, if you want to think about it, bro,
Okay.
we're a part of the universe that's trying to figure itself
Yeah,
out.
but that's what I mean. We don't have all the answers.
I know, but we're trying to
You
figure.
don't have the answer.
Every
Slay.
human
We're
being-
not the source that
And-
that may create you, because you didn't create yourself.
You're right, but you know, I heard a interesting ass argument that I thought was hella fucking interesting for the longest, and then literally yesterday, I figured out how not interesting it was. Not necessarily not interesting it was, but someone was like, you know how people say like really religious people, they'll be like, we're human beings and we're special, like we're very special, blah blah blah, this and that, we're here for a purpose, this and that, and then he was like, well, bro, first of all, we're made up of carbon, nitrogen, hydrogen, oxygen, the 8 most
Right.
abundant things in the entire universe. Like, you
Right.
feel me? Like, if you put it on a pie chart, we're the 8 most, so
Right. Periodic table.
we're
all
not
stuff.
that rare. We're not that special, bruh. It's pretty likely that we're going to get made.
Mhm.
And I was thinking, like, damn, that nigga, like, said some shit. But then I'm thinking, like, but if you think about it, yeah, in the universe, we're not shit. But on planet Earth, to be a human being, when there's over 1 trillion different living
Life forms.
creatures,
No,
life
yeah, we're
forms,
definitely top of the chain.
we're definitely lucky to be
We're
human
definitely,
beings.
we have a special role. I'm just saying we're not
But-
the source. We're not the creator.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying when he said that, I'm like, damn, that takes out all the value of being a human being. That takes
Right.
out all the, you're not special at all. But then
No,
when
yeah.
you really think about
Exactly.
it, on planet Earth, yes, Nick, because if you were a tiger, no matter, even if you're a predator and you're on the top of the food chain, your life is not a fraction as good as being a human being.
Right.
You feel
Exactly.
me? So it's like, bruh, to be a human being within a trillion, like, yeah, we're not within a gazillion odds. You feel me? We're not special within a gazillion odds, but within a trillion odds, we're pretty fucking special. Cause nigga, there's like what 1.2, 2 point something trillion
dude,
living creatures on the
only reason
planet.
we're special is because we're highly loved by the source, like you're saying. That's why we're such a big part of it.
I mean, I think. Well, I don't know if you what you
Listen,
mean by
this
that.
is
What
what
do
I
you
mean.
mean? What do you mean by that? Because
Okay,
I think
because I'm gonna say, because honestly, I have to get a little biblical, like traded earlier, to kind of explain what I'm saying. But like,
the
so
source.
I'm gonna just say this.
Explain
for
the
viewers-
source.
for-
Explain the source, please. More in
So
depth.
when I was talking about the father of all creation earlier, don't look at like the father as like a guy, like a dad. Like it's our dad and our mother. Like it's equally appropriate to call the universe or the source or God or whatever you want to call it, whatever your beliefs are. Him, and you can refer to the universe or the source as her. It's equally appropriate because it's both.
yeah.
The creator created both man and woman. So spirit's really above both man and woman, in my opinion. Like when you get to your spiritual form,
It's just entity.
yeah, exactly. You're that's what I mean. Like Drew, you're talking about like jacking yourself up. You're not even thinking about that shit because you're not. You have, dude. I'm serious.
Getreal TV.
I would jack myself off if I was Astral projecting. I know you're saying I wouldn't think about that because I'd be on to more important things, but just out of curiosity,
you're just.
I
Like,
would want to see
high, like with weed, but like a million times more, but with just
like
pure...
have you tried DMT? I've been on DMT, bro. Have you experienced your whole world melting away?
I have not tried DMT,
Yeah,
but
okay,
I know a lot of people who have.
So
and
then, I promise you, bro, I know more about what you're trying to get across to me than what you think
than
I
what
know.
I can explain to you.
No, than what you think I know. Like,
oh, I know.
Because, you know...
We're just talking. I'm not saying you don't know any of this.
Because, no,
you asked
bro.
me
I
more on the
remember
source.
when I tried DMT, bro, have you tried shrooms or acid?
Bro, I've taken LSD.
Okay,
acid,
so you know how, like...
I know how it is. I've had the similar feeling.
You know how things kind of, like, change? You know, if you look at trees...
Yeah, the fractals.
The fractals, okay, you know how that is?
Yes.
Imagine if that was, like... Imagine if the speed was ticked up times 80.
Right.
On all the fractals. So the fractals aren't moving to where you can perceive them. It's like a vibration. It almost feels like a vibration, and then the vibration, everything you, like... The trees in general, or the life you know in general, just melts away.
That's because we have the natural chemical. Listen to me, okay? This
Bro,
is why
when
I'm
I
not
did-
getting into this. We have the natural
That's the next drug I'm finna
natural chemical from DMT in us already. So when you do that, you're engaging more in your mind and your conscious elements. So that's what I mean. Like, that's why I was saying to you earlier, bro. Like just to get like biblical. Well, I don't care what your views are, but if you go, like, I'm not saying the Bible's the answer, but like there's things you got to connect. You got to connect certain dots. Like the first verse, the first couple like sentences, it says the universe was spoken to existence. Creation spoke, meaning sound, vibration, just like how you're talking about. It's all, and literally, but there's unnatural ways to get there too. I'm saying you could do what you just did, but spiritually, and it'll be 1,000 times better because it'll be natural.
And there's energy in your voice.
But I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong or Satan-like. I'm not saying, oh, drugs are the devil. I'm just saying, like...
You can get there on your own, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's an enhancement. It's like steroids
Right,
for the
exactly.
body. You know,
It's an enhancement.
Steroids for the mind.
It's like having a cheat code for the game, but it's not a really bad cheat code. It's not going to, like...
And yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like, yeah, for sure. It would definitely probably be more beneficial to your spirit and yourself if you unlock that through sheer will. Right. But it is definitely beneficial to show, especially with all the shit that we see. It's beneficial to show us that actually does exist. That there's something behind the scene. You know,
not everyone can do DMT though.
Because if you show someone, yeah, of course, definitely not. Because it's an experience. And when I did DMT, I only took 2 hits, and you're supposed to take 3 to actually unlock that different world. Right. I only took 2 hits because after most people take 2 hits, they be like, "I'm on too much. I need to," you know. Yeah. And so I listened to my body and was like, "I'm good."
A lot of people take 1 and they're like, "What?"
You know. And so I listened to my body and was like, "Nah," but I know next time when I take it, I'm gonna just break through that wall and get there because I want to see. Like, I've heard stories like this dude was like, "Bro, I took 3 hits, bro, and after the 3rd hit, the bong that I was smoking, the smoke turned into numbers. I smoked the numbers, and I fell into a black hole."
Like a pool? Yeah.
He said I fell into a black hole, and I came into this like, I came into this like number matrixy, like it was like a city, like, but it was all made of numbers and lights and like shit. And he was like, and there was this light in the sky, and it was like changing and fractaling, like, you know, like fractaling and changing. He was like, and it was almost like I understood exactly what it was saying, like complete English, you know. He was like, I just understood exactly what it was saying. And then there was a hand that pointed to the right, and he was like, and then it was like a fucked up ass cartoon cat, and then he was like, and then the nigga was like, I'm just playing. And then he was like, I'm gonna show you something real. And then that nigga showed him like hell. He was like, "Are you gonna show me the meaning to life?" It was hella shit, bro. And I'm like, "What the fuck, bro?" Like, I got to my world melting away, but I didn't get to going to another world. And like a lot of people that I've heard do DMT, they see entities or they see, you know, they see crazy.
They see what
shit.
They say is the source, like, oh, something so beautiful.
You know,
like,
so I'm like, bro,
I feel like nothing, but I felt like that spiritually. Like,
I'm trying to see
the
that.
second time I had my OB, bro, I didn't tell you this. Like, I could feel the love of like I'm saying, whatever created us, and to the creator, you feel evil. It's not that you are evil, you're just...
What do you mean?
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's so hard to put it in words. Not evil as you're a bad person.
But to the creator...
You're imperfect, but not in a bad way. But you're so loved. It's not like you're never loved. That's the point I'm trying to get across. It's not like the creator's looking at you like, oh, you're a piece of garbage. And, you know, I created you and look what you did. You didn't follow my commands. I really don't believe it's like that. Yeah, I believe there's certain things you know right away you shouldn't do. Like, okay, you can't kill somebody. You know it's wrong to kill your mother or something. You know, having those thoughts. You know it doesn't feel right in your stomach. You know that pitting feeling again. And that's what I'm saying is like, I almost wanted to go in the corner. You almost feel like, let me just go in the corner because you feel so like appreciated, but like way past what you deserve.
Yeah.
And this is everybody that I've talked to that's had like similar type experiences. They're like, dude, there's something out there, and they're like, I don't know how to explain it. And when I say this, people are like, okay, that's what it is. And I'm like, yeah, that's because literally we're perfectly made, but because we have the free will, we're not perfect. So that's what I mean. Angels, like, look at the Bible. If you want to go biblical again, angels.
You think perfection is not free?
I think it is, but angels are what you would call a robot. They had free will because they're able to rebel, right?
I mean, one of
right?
them rebelled. One of
no,
them did
a
rebel.
third of them rebelled, bro.
Wait. But back to something you said, though. What? I think that it's interesting, and this is hella off topic, but we can continue on this topic. I think it's very interesting that, like you said, you feel bad for murdering your mother.
Right.
But we are like damn near the only, I think one of the only, if not the only creatures on the planet that feel bad for killing something.
Right. Because you know, like a male lion will kill the cubs if he rolls into a new pack.
And you know they have no remorse, you know, and
but
so
that's because they're animal nature.
So does that make you feel like it's more spiritual, or
yes.
you know, like I
yes.
feel like necessarily maybe it's just an instinctual thing to be social.
It is, but we are higher consciously than the animals because we're mammals. That's why whales and dolphins are so smart too, bro. And they actually breathe air.
Dolphins are hella smart.
So
actually.
are whales, bro. Yeah, hella smart. Dolphins and whales have saved hella people from drowning. Like, they recognize us as something very beautiful too, bro. Just like we do. When you see a big ass whale or a cool dolphin, you're like, oh, that's like a majestic animal. You know, or like there's certain animals that are more peaceful too. Like when you see big old bears or big old like tigers that are solo, like out in the forest by themselves, that's when they're chill.
Oh yeah.
Because they ain't being hunted or messed with either. So they're just like, you could, I don't know, dude. Like, and like going back to how you were saying like how we're shit here, like this is why I believe there's a creator, bro. Look at the trees. The trees we didn't create the trees. The trees are created from air for us, right? And all animals.
Yeah.
Water made to drink it. Like all the food, right? That's perfectly grown. Like, bro, there's literally apple trees.
Yeah.
Orange trees. We didn't make that shit. That shit's not by accident, bro. Mm-hmm. So there's definitely an intelligence that loves us and is like, here.
All right.
Let's live here. Let's prosper. But we need to figure it out.
Last question for you, brother, and then we're going to end the podcast.
Go ahead.
Who do you think will win? Or who will win, a grizzly bear or a gorilla?
Michael Jackson.
Shut up, Trey.
Gorilla.
Why you say that?
And let me just,
Mind
real
you,
quick, let me go over dimensions. Full-size grizzly, 600-pound grizzly?
No. Well, full size, I mean, if you want to go full-size grizzly, 800 pounds is the biggest.
Well, 1,200 Kodiak, but were we doing just like red and average size?
Average, so yeah, 650.
The silverbacks can get to like 350. It depends on the to me, the
the biggest silverback is like 400.
If they're in open land, bro, and the gorilla's got nothing to jump on, he's got no rocks to grab or trees to swing on, he's probably screwed.
Both situations.
But then he could jump on the bear's back and pound the fuck out
inside,
of him,
in open plain and inside jungle.
Inside jungle, gorilla's got him all day. Too much shit for the gorilla to...
I don't know, because gorillas, like...
But like one swipe
charge at you, but one swipe from the bear.
from the grizzly bear.
Oh, they break a moose's back. That's what I'm saying. If he gets the gorilla...
And have you seen the moose? They're bigger than SUV.
Oh,
so
dude,
you know,
no,
so
I know my shit.
You know, so
But remember, a gorilla pound per square inch crush weight, bro. We're also talking about power
for sure, because a gorilla
can lift 4,000 pounds.
Gorillas, bro. If you like,
gorilla
bro,
can lift up 4 of those.
A gorilla's like muscle tensions feels like a steel cable.
Forearms are like this.
Feels like steel cable.
Yes.
So it's like, bro.
No, dude, a gorilla. I'm telling you right now, if he's in the jungle in his own terrain and he's got rocks and trees to grab on, and because he's gonna get on the bears.
You think really?
Dude, have you seen gorillas?
Yeah,
bro?
but what if a bear gets on 2 feet? What if a bear gets on 2 feet?
Yeah, if he swipes him, it's over with. I already said it. But if the gorilla gets on the bear's back, the bear's done. He's gonna break some arms. I'm telling you, that gorilla is so fucking strong. And I know the bear's gonna go roar and fucking try to get him off his back. But remember, it's an ape. The way he's gonna wrap his legs around and their feet are like hands.
Do you think he's gonna be smart enough to be?
Yes, dude, they're smart as fuck.
To use his agility in the
Yes,
in the
they
right
do it
way.
all the time.
I don't.
Dude,
That's
apes
the
are
only
just
thing.
as smart as us. Drew, we were just
Yeah.
talking about this shit.
That's the only thing that I'd be scared
You
about.
think a bear smarter than a gorilla?
No,
And I know bears
no,
are smart.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
No. So
Definitely
I'm
not.
saying
You're
the
right.
gorilla's gonna
Okay, you got me
definitely
there.
try to outsmart the bear.
You got me there.
Especially when he sees a big bear, he's gonna be like, all right, how can I just... Bro, he's gonna be throwing 30, 40-pound rocks and... Dude, think about a 40-pound rock.
Yeah.
Bro, we can barely lift that with 2 hands and throw it.
And he's
that fool's launching that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Full speed.
Yeah.
Dog.
Like a fastball.
Like a baseball.
Yeah.
30, 40-pound rock. He's going to be
facts.
launching those fuckers. Because he's going to see how big... Bro, if you get hit in the head by that, you're dead. Us. That bear's going to be
So he
knocked the
damn near
fuck
has a
out.
long range attack.
Dude, he's got so much shit. He
But
can swing on the fucking trees.
the bear is faster than the gorilla.
Yeah.
Like
He's got,
the bear can run like 40
He's got
miles
more
an hour.
straight speed than the...
That's
But
you know,
agility,
but
as far as
agility,
the
the
gorilla
gorilla
moving
is
side to
quicker.
side, hell
The
no.
gorilla's quicker
That's what I
on
mean.
everything.
If he's in the jungle, I'm going to say the gorilla gets
Yeah.
an 8 out of 10 times.
But then again, gorillas don't really be like swinging. You know, they might climb a tree, but he
dude,
is more agile than the
thinking-
bear. Period.
You're thinking
He's
about
more-
human power when we swing.
He's-
Think about a gorilla's
Yeah.
power,
Yeah,
dude.
gorilla strength.
Dude, it's ridiculous.
he's-
They can pick
But
up
they can't
all
even
They're
day,
gonna
right?
like. He's
Dude,
gonna
the
like.
full force.
they
That's what I'm
literally-
saying. He's
yeah.
gonna literally do that Hulk smash on the bear's back and shoulders. That bear is gonna be fucked up.
And eat that nigga because
Bite his face.
monkeys
bro.
eat meat. Yeah, that's crazy.
Dude, I've seen little wolverines that are 35 pounds chase
I
off
feel
lion
like
bears.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
But open
Now that you
plains,
really say that, bro, I feel like in an open plain, bro, gorilla like 9 times out of 10 he might win a couple
yeah,
times.
But
Like,
Hey,
open plains, bears gonna have more chances.
Do y'all
just to
believe
get
that
in on
King
them.
Kong
Yeah.
was real?
No.
Like monkeys that size, like
Like
gorillas that
species
size.
and shit that
Yeah,
size, like all
species.
those maybe the dinosaur times.
Yeah, I believe that.
I mean, if
because
you
shit was
see-
bigger.
Yeah,
And you know,
yeah.
and
I could believe that.
bro, to get biblical again.
But we haven't
fucking-
found any bones. That's the problem. We found dinosaur bones. I
Yeah,
feel like we
you
would have
know,
found gorilla
fucking-
bones, bro.
People
Yeah, they would've
used to
been more
live
than
to like
one.
500
Yeah.
years old and shit like that. People used to live to like,
hey, they say we're
Yeah,
the first
1,000
generation
years
to
Certain
live to
Indian
120.
men have lived like 300.
bruh, real
That's
shit.
crazy.
And in the Bible it says like God put like a lifespan on man. Yeah, it's weird, man.
What the fuck?
So they
I
probably
ain't worried
put it
about
on like all of human and any like type of animal. Because think about it, dinosaurs were just hella big ass lizards and chickens.
Hey, if
and
they
shit.
came out with it right now, would you download your consciousness into a machine
Nope.
to
Fuck
live forever?
no.
Nope.
Fuck no.
I would. I would.
All right, let's save this for another podcast.
All right. Hey, it's good. We'll see y'all later. Tap in next time for sure.